Alright guys, what is up? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. So, the more I think about the next Call of Duty, the more I start to think even deeper, and the things that are literally staring at me right in the face are revealing new things constantly. So, we are actually going to get like a developer hybrid game in a way that we've never had it before with the next game, if you think about it. Because we've got Sledgehammer Games, we've got Raven Software, and we've got Treyarch, basically all under one roof, pieces of those teams all under one roof, working on the same game. Now, granted, how it all came together is in a way that we didn't prefer, but you never know. Some good comes of everything. Sometimes, like my dad used to say, rest his soul, I mean, even in a garden full of flowers, you'll find some weeds here and there, and vice versa. So the thing is that we're kind of in a unique situation here because Sledgehammer Games and Raven Software and Treyarch obviously are they're very good developers. I mean, granted, they've made their mistakes, no doubt about it. There's a shit ton of mistakes that they made with Black Ops 4. I personally think they did more good than bad, but the things that they did do that were bad were really douchey. But again, I think we can all pretty much appreciate Black Ops 4 for what it is without having to dog Modern Warfare. We've done that enough on this channel. There's other channels that have done it as well. So we're not going to beat a dead horse at this point. But the thing is that we have 3 different developers working on this game. Usually the most we've ever had was, I believe, 2. But now we got 3 big ones. All of these guys are top tier first string players, and they're under one roof, and they're working on the same game together. And I think from a gameplay standpoint, as well as what I'm about to get into with this commentary specifically, we could get a much better game than what we think. Now, I know a lot of us are not very optimistic about the next game, and I can see where you guys are coming from. We've talked about it on stream, we've talked about it on Twitter, we've talked about it in the comment section. I very much understand, and I very much agree to a certain point. But at the same time, looking at it from both sides, you have to think that there is some tremendous potential here. And one of the things that I started thinking about is the DLC system, or the post-launch weapon system, or the grind system, the microtransaction system, the unlocking system, whatever the hell you want to call it. As you guys know, Sledgehammer Games, what they did with COD World War II, they gave us variants, right? Okay. And basically, it was all cosmetic. The guns would do the same amount of damage. They would just look different, and they would have different iron sights, which I personally appreciate. Because, like, for instance, take the BAR. The base BAR assault rifle, which is an absolute tank of a gun in COD World War II. I like the gun, but the base iron sights I really do not like. And so I was kind of forced to use optics whenever I used that gun. But then once I unlocked the old Captain, or the old Captain 2, if I'm not mistaken, that variant, those iron sights are absolutely amazing to me personally. They kind of almost remind me of the AN-94 to a certain degree. And I actually shoot better in terms of the way that gun just feels with those iron sights than I even did the optics. So for me personally, the iron sights of a gun are pretty much everything to me. This is one of the reasons why I adore the Cordite, which is basically my go-to gun in this game now in Black Ops 4. It's literally for me a jack of all trades type of gun. And there's a multitude of reasons for this. So I want to know, like, obviously, Sledgehammer Games did the weapons variants. Infinity Ward did weapon variants as well, but with their own type of flavor. And Treyarch basically brings back old guns from previous games. And the thing that makes those a pain in the ass is the fact that, well, how you get them. And I'm glad right now that they've kind of changed up the formula as of recently in terms of Black Ops 4 to where you could basically just play the game, grind, and get crates and get the weapon that you want. The only thing that sucks, though, is that those DLC weapons are fucking broken compared to the base weapons you get in the game, which is insane. So the people that grind the hell out of the game are the ones that are going to be rewarded, and to a certain extent, I can agree with that. The ones that play the game the most should be better players because they spent more time practicing in a sense. Kind of like somebody who does something in real life, they spend more time doing it. Chances are they're going to be better at it than somebody who does it very little. So I can understand that, but at the same time, it really is a pain in the ass when you find out that a certain gun is so fucking broken that you can't do anything about it until you grind the hell out of the game to unlock it. Now, what Sledgehammer did also was they also had a challenge system every once in a while. Sometimes there'd be a challenge to unlock a certain gun, which I think is also great. It kind of gave people a shortcut as opposed to spending like I don't know, 30 hours a week playing the game. So that way they would at least get close to having the amount of currency or whatever you want to call it, salvage, whatever it is, to unlock the specific weapon they want. Obviously, for the purposes of them making money, they make the grind a true grind to where you have to like seriously grind the game if you want to get that weapon you want. I can understand this, but at the same time, for the casual person that doesn't play as much Call of Duty and only has a few hours over the weekends or maybe an hour during the week, if that, to play the game, they will basically never get those weapons, and it's going to be unfair. Now, granted, I've mentioned this on stream again, and I've mentioned it on videos, and this is absolutely true. So no matter how good you are of a player, or no matter how bad you are of a player, this is the fact that I want you guys to keep in mind. And Market J said it best, and ever since then, as basic as it is, it's always, it rang a bell in my head. Somebody once in one of his streams actually asked him, and he actually had this on a video as well. Market J, how come you never get mad whenever you die or whenever things go wrong? How come you never get mad? And he answered it very simply, and he said it in such a clear and simple way, and it made you nod your head. If you're a person with common sense, it makes total sense. Call of Duty is not a fair game. It's not a fair game. If you think about it that much in depth, it's not a fair game. So, it sucks that it's not a fair game. I personally think we should do everything in our power to make it fair, but at the same time, that's not how the cookie crumbles. Unfortunately, money solves 90+% of the problems in this world, and it's run by money in this world. Money is the source of people's motivation. Money is the reason why people torture themselves by seeking bachelor's degrees and master's degrees in college. Some of you are watching this video right now, and I tip my hat to you absolutely. I have nothing but respect for people that get in the college grind, because it is mentally and even to a certain extent physically absolutely draining, and you go through so much fucking torture and putting yourself through something that you don't want to put yourself through in order to have somewhat of a bright future in your life and to be able to survive in this world. And it's not getting any easier as time goes by, so I very much understand that. But with that being said, sometimes it just feels like with Call of Duty that they're just overdoing it a little bit. So with that being said, do you guys prefer the challenge method and with just grinding the hell out of the game a ridiculous amount until you have enough of whatever you need to get the weapon that you want? Or do you guys prefer for them to only have cosmetic only variants of weapons? And if they do bring in new weapons, should they just have challenges for those weapons, or should you just keep going through the grind factor and let the chips fall where they may? Do you guys like the way things are now with Black Ops 4, or do you prefer the World War II method? Or if you could choose to customize it the way you want it, or if you personally think you have an idea that would make the current system even better, or even like give a new overhaul to this system, let your imagination flow down in the comment section, because you guys are reasonable people. You guys have your own point of view on things. And you guys are very smart people. A lot of you are very smart. You guys could definitely think of stuff that I haven't even come close to thinking of. So let all that be known, because when you look at it, we've got 3 different major developers that usually create their own game, combining forces and making the next game. So there's a lot of potential to be had here. Now, granted, there's a lot of potential for shit to hit the fan, but at the same time, I am going to make the biggest effort to think positively. It's easier said than done a lot of times, but we have to. We have to. We're going to drive ourselves nuts. Haven't we already been driving ourselves nuts already with Modern Warfare and everything else in between that's become of it? So, but yeah, I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, what you guys prefer, and which Call of Duty in recent times do you believe had the best microtransaction system? And do you believe that the World War II way of getting weapons, or the Modern Warfare Remastered way of getting weapons, is better than the Treyarch way currently? Not originally, but currently, right now. So that's all I got for this one, guys. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, let me know down in the comment section, and if you didn't, let me know what I could do to make my videos better. I'll catch you guys on the next stream and or video. Take care.